Today I'd like to answer a question that has been asked of me hundreds of times. And as a victim of one of the worst cases of sexual assault in Detroit history, I was kidnapped, I was gang raped at gunpoint, etc. You can learn about my story at queensdaughter.com. One of the questions is this: how do I stand up there, giving a motivational speech and talking about my story over and over and over again? Why do you want to go back there, they ask. What's it? Doesn't it revisit, and doesn't it make you think about all those awful things that happened? And this is my answer. When you accept what happened to you, and that's the first step in healing and in moving forward after a trauma. When you accept what happens, then it has no power over you anymore. For years, I questioned, why me? Why did it have to happen to me? What's the purpose of life? What's the purpose of this, happening? Well, the answer wasn't forthcoming very quickly. I had to learn, and I had to educate myself in order to get the answers to all the questions that I had about life. And that's one thing about me that you'll notice is I never give up, number one, and I always wake up trying to make my life better every day that I get up. So if today is a better day than it was yesterday, I'm successful. Now, I have kind of like this confidence that some people question, because they think, how does she talk so nonchalantly about what happened? But you know what? I've done the work. I know who I am inside. I've answered those questions. I've educated myself. I know who I am. And when you know who you are, you feel this inner power. And it has nothing to do with what happened to me. I mean, it could apply to anybody in life. Anybody who has an obstacle that they have to overcome. I keep trying. I keep trying to make my life better. I just want to feel good. I want to be happy. And most of the time, if that's what you really desire, most of the time you wake up and you feel happy. Listen, I'm just glad to be alive. I was supposed to die that night. So, in going over the story and over and over again, I've accepted it. It has no power over me anymore because I know who I am. I have a personal power that supersedes anything that happened to me. I'm not defined by what happened to me that night. I'm not defined by people who look at me negatively because I'm a victim. My purpose in life is to make one day better than the next, to have fun, to enjoy myself, and to make a difference by helping victims move forward with their lives. If I can share any of my knowledge and anything I've learned over the last 40 years with someone who is suffering right now, that's my purpose, and that's what I want to do. So if that means standing up in an audience and talking about my story so they can see how severe it was, and then look at me today, openly talking about it without emotion, without anger, without resentment, and see the progress that I've made in my life. And there's been many failures, many downfalls, but I kept picking myself up and I kept trying. And today, 40 years later, I'm just so blessed. I'm full of wonderful things in my life. Like, I'm filled with joy. I feel free. I feel like there's so much more to look forward to. I have a wonderful family. I have so many friends. Like, I don't think anybody has more friends than me. I love animals. I love dogs. I love life. And it didn't come easily, but I learned, I progressed, and you can do it too. So I have a message from my friend Janet. Thank you. She's my mentor as well. And I also I have a message from my son Michael. I am in the vortex today. Thank you very much.